What is up, my mavrobatic bats? This is Maverick coming back to you live from the UC Mad Mav Lab studio here in Universal City. Today I'd like to demonstrate for you something that we call a planche, straddle planche at that, in the art form of gymnastics. That is incorporated into a variety of other artistic domains, specifically speaking of here breakdancing. But you also see this occasionally in a couple other art forms. Trickers do it, some capoeiristas with serious cojones will often throw this. But nonetheless, what I'd like to do is demonstrate it for you today, give you some tips on how you might be able to incorporate this into your own workout regimen, and hopefully gain some of that gymnastics physique that is cultivated by performing such non-ballistic, static movements. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, probably the most important aspect of this movement, beyond the fact that you need to be already somewhat strong in your forearms, your upper body, your torso, and your back, is technique. That being this as such. Now, the most important position to remember is that you have to keep your shoulders locked out as best you can. This is not locked out. See how my shoulders are sunk and my chest is sunk? That's not going to hold a position flat against the ground, horizontal rather. Now, that being said, you want to hollow your chest out, lock your shoulders as best you can, lean forward until you find that happy place of balance in which your body wants to just stay. Okay? Secondly, unless you're incredibly strong, straddle planche is where you're going to begin, and that involves having great flexibility. If you don't have a good straddle stretch, something about at least this wide, you're going to struggle. So, that being said, make sure you're focusing on your leg flexibility as well. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate it, and then I'll speak a little bit more. Now, of course that's easier said than done. There's nothing easy about that posture whatsoever. And it takes incredible flexibility, strength, and coordination, because your body does not want to stay in that position. It's not natural. But I'm telling you, if you can get that movement, regardless of whatever your artistic domain is, it will open up an incredible amount of strength drills and advanced skills that you could work on. I'm thinking in specific here to breakdancing and capoeira, because in breakdancing so much of the movements involve flaring, i.e. windmills, flares, air flares, and all that type of position, those movements, at one point or another while you're spinning around, require you to hold your body off the ground in a position, something like that. If you can't do that, you're not going to be able to do the movement. So, I'll show you from this position so you can get a better angle. Let's do it like that, see how it works. Lighting, so frustrating. And you notice there, I was even able to pop out a push-up. When you get really good, really strong, and controlled, you start pushing these, which in my opinion that's kind of the climax of this sort of conditioning.